Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, news update. Emeka Offor, IGP Egbetokun, dragged to court by Emeka Offor's kinsman over right abuses. Yes. Now, the detention of a human rights activist, Comrade P0Ł, who has been held by the police in Anambra State for over 16 days, is now a subject of controversy at a federal high court in Awka. Yes, the South African-based social critic has taken the Inspector General of Police, that's IGP Egbetokun, and Emeka Offor, his kinsman, 5 others to court over alleged unlawful arrest and detention. The man is demanding 50 million naira fine from the police as compensation for his unlawful detention. Now, from the available information, the man was arrested in his Offor community in Anambra State and clamped into detention by police since January 3rd, 2024 for criticizing Emeka Offor in a media publication. Yes, this development has thrown the community into serious tension and apprehension. According to an originating motion on notice served on the IGP at the force headquarters by the lawyer to P0Ł. Now, the activists asked the court to grant an order of perpetual injunction restraining police and its agents from further arresting, detaining, or infringing on his personal liberty. Alright? Yes. So, defendants in the suit are Emeka Offor, Area Commander, Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG, Zone 13, and Commissioner of Police in charge of Cyber Crimes Bureau. Okonkwo in the suit marked FHC/A/WK/CS/02/2024 asked the court to order his immediate release from police custody or, in the alternative, cause police to produce him in court for any committed offense. You see him. The man in the ask court. So may they bring and come court. Yes, may they produce him to court, make him answer charges. If he committed any offense, then allowing him to rot in police custody for over 16 days now. Of course, the application in the Fundamental Human Rights Enforcement suit filed on his behalf by his lawyer, P0Ł, prayed the court to impose 50 million naira fine on the police to be paid to him as compensation for his unlawful detention, like we have said. Alright, yes. Besides, the applicant is seeking a declaration by the court that his arrest and detention by the Area Commander, Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, and the Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG Zone 13, since January 13 without bail was illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional, and unjustifiable. He then asked the court to declare that the threats to further detain him in Abuja violated his right to freedom of movement and personal liberty as granted by Section 35 of the 1999 Constitution. The P0Ł, in his statement through his lawyer, claims in support of the motion on notice asserted as he is a human rights activist and social crusader and an indigene of Offor in Ekwusigo local government area of Anambra State. Yes, he is a human rights activist, a social crusader, and an indigene of Offor in Ekwusigo. He said through his lawyer, quote, "It was on the 4th day of January 2024 that Comrade P0Ł, who returned home to celebrate the Christmas holiday with his family, was ambushed at gunpoint by police personnel from Offor Area Command Headquarters. Comrade P0Ł was immediately whisked away to Anambra State Police Command Headquarters, Awka, and was confronted with a petition written against him by Emeka Offor through his solicitors, Emeka, Đræggéđ, and co., and questioned on a comment allegedly attributed to him. Since the 4th day of January 2024, Comrade P0Ł has been held illegally in the custody of the Anambra State Police Command headquarters in Awka, though the content of the said online publication is presently a subject matter of litigation. Comrade Bonny is still today being held by police over a matter pending in court. Following the obvious gross violation of Bonny's fundamental rights instantly granted under the Constitution, his solicitor S.I. Okonkwo Esquire commenced this fundamental rights action before the Federal High Court Awka to enforce the immediate release of Comrade Bonny Okonkwo. Today, being the 20th day of January 2024, marks the 16 days Bonny has been held in the custody of the police without being granted bail or even charged to court if he has committed any offense known to law. While we await the hearing date, we wish to use this medium to seek for the immediate intervention of the Inspector General of Police and the Office of the Vice President to immediately order that Bonny Okonkwo, who has been held in confinement in gross violation of his constitutional guaranteed rights, be released immediately or be charged to court if he has committed any offense known to law. So that's what the law is saying on behalf of Bonny Okonkwo. Now, what are we not talking about? He is from Orifite in Egbetokun local government, like I've said. He's a human rights activist based in South Africa. We have not seen the copy or the content of what he published against Emeka Offor. Alright? Yes. But what we are saying is this. He is saying if he committed any offense, they have to charge him to court. He's asking them to take him to court so that he will plead, he will defend himself there. Yes, that's what he's saying, and that's what is the right thing to do. Not to clamp him in detention perpetually, and you are threatened to take him to Abuja. Maybe you have power more than him. This one, no good at all. As we are speaking, they say this thing is causing confusion in Orifite. There's palpable tension because this man came from South Africa. His family members, his friends and associates in Orifite, they are not happy with this development. Alright, and Emeka Offor is a billionaire from Orifite and doing this. And so, to avoid this thing to escalate, they have to do the needful. If you committed any offense, if you can't settle out of court, you then go to court. But we implore them to settle out of court. Let this matter be looked into by the traditional ruler of Orifite. Let them call Emeka Offor to order. Let them bring this matter home so that they will settle this matter amicably. Yes, Emeka Offor and this Bonny Okonkwo, they have to settle this matter amicably so that if there's anything Emeka Offor is doing that is not good, he should stop it in the community. If there's anything he's doing in the community, we're talking about on Orifite now, not in the entire Igbo race or in the Biafra land. We know Emeka Offor and what he has been doing against our people, against the agitation for our freedom. They are all efforts sabotaging our effort. But talking about his community in Orifite, now narrowing it down to Orifite, the people of Orifite knows him very well. They have to call him to order. There's something that is not doing right, that this man is accusing him or that is trying to put up this media or this thing against him. They have to investigate and call him to order. Call him to order. That's what we're saying. They are billionaires in the Southeast who are using their money to confuse people, to derail freedom of